Hola, everybody. Don't mind the background of all the stuff. More shit I found over the years. But anyways, found these 3 Ammonites. I got one more I can't fit into the frame right now, so we'll bust that one out here in a second. But I thought I'd unreveal these since I haven't looked at them from my last trip 2 days ago. Went out to eastern Montana and got lucky enough and found some Ammonites. Usually I have a knife, but I don't know where my knife is, so I'm going to deal with what we got today. So let's look at this one first. This is found in a new cliff I found. Not bad. Missing a lot of its keel, especially right in here. All this keel's missing. All this keel's missing. Goes into here. But it is an ammonite, so not much concretion on it. Hard to tell, but there's some reds in there. Reds and oranges, so might have a little bit of color. Be a pretty nice little fun project. Let's go with this one. These two are found in the same cliff. This one, if I didn't have glue, this thing would not have made it back. This one probably would have made it back. This one, I don't even think I put glue on. I think this one I put glue just on these outer edges because this concretion isn't next to a creek or river. This cliff where I found these concretions aren't next to a river, so it erodes really slow. So as you can tell, stuff just falls apart. This whole ammonite would have been that way. So this is actually the backside of the ammonite. Just not as in great shape. This ammonite was probably a lot bigger. Save that for now. I don't think we need it because we're just trying to keep this side for this ammonite. So we got most of the keel. We're missing a little down here. We got some suture lines, a little bit of color. I definitely got to put some more glue onto this side to hold it back. So we'll save all those pieces for now, just in case if I need them. Once I'm done putting everything back together and prepping it, then I'll throw all the pieces away. So learned that trick from my dad. He has his own YouTube channel doing quite well out there. RB Fossils. So this one, this thing's seen better days too. But it's got that, it might be hard to tell, a little bit of pinks and whatnot in there. So it'll be a fun project nonetheless. I'll turn you off. Clean this, move these into a safe spot for now because I'll work on these over anywhere between the next few weeks or into winter. Hard saying, not knowing. And then I'll bring over the other nice one I found. So here's a nice ammonite. I think I had a bunch of glue to soak it in glue. Probably all this is what living chamber it's called. So basically picture a squid out this way, swimming through the ocean. Oh, it's scary. Swimming through the ocean like this with the little tentacles and stuff sticking out. Here's the part I saw sticking out of the cliff. Saw this little keel. So I removed as much matrix as I can down to where I started seeing parts of the shell. And then I soaked it with Starbond thin set and flipped it over. So, and a part of a back couch goes right. Well, I guess this would be I think it went like this. Might have went like this though. I don't remember now. I gotta look at that. But so nice ammonite. Might have some color. I got some doctoring up to definitely do. So I might work on this here in a little bit because it's a pretty nice, fun little project. But I'll show you. Brought a few little things back that I normally don't bring back, but I might be starting a website and sell some stuff when you show. So I normally don't bring stuff back like this. Let's move some stuff around. I'll just bring stuff over here. I decided to do it. it would have been a big ammonite if it was whole. Has really big suture lines. That's what caught my eye. I haven't cleaned anything up yet. So this is how I found it. This was side down in the creek. Little tiny mud river. You see suture lines all the way up to here. You see some pinks and hues in it here and there. So it might have a little bit of color. More suture lines. Big push shove down hard right here. So all this has to be removed. And then I'll give it a quick little sanding. I might polish these suture lines so they're really stand out and bright. Looks like the baby's in there, it says some of those people call it. So I might try to remove that and get this little bit of an ammonite as it grew. It just got, I think, bigger and bigger and bigger. So I think probably started yay big and now it was yay big. Who knows? I think it was probably pretty big. Don't hold me that. I'm no scientist, so. And then, yeah, I don't know, found a few chunks of crystals. Some little baculites. I think I had more shell, but I did not wrap it up. Probably should have. What do you do? This one has some decent color when it's kind of wetish. Has some pink hues and a little bit of purples on it. Just some small odds and ends stuff. I don't know if the camera will pick it up, but this thing was blinging oranges, especially out in the. Everything always sometimes looks nicer when you pull it out of a little creek or get it wet for sure. So some of this stuff I'll sand up and work on, but just a few more pieces. This thing has some decent color in it. At least when I was out there. Need some glue now. A little swirly. So just some cool stuff that I normally don't bring back. Today I did, or yesterday I should say. See a few of the suture patterns on there, so I'll polish this piece up so you see all them suture lines. Pretty cool. And yeah, I think that was actually about it. Boom, 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 boom. So sometimes I'll do a little work and get them to look like, I don't know if the camera can pick that up. Nice greens, pink, hueys. I thought when I first found this piece, I don't know, last year, whenever it was, I thought this was a mosasaur bite, but mosasaur bites are more football shaped, not round, perfect circle. So I don't think it is. But nice piece. You can get it a little wet, and usually blings a little more. Blingin'. So, CB fossils, over and out. So here we are. I thought I would work on this ammonite I just found. Oh, every ammonite's a little different, but this one is so fragile. I think I'm just going to kind of flake some stuff off and not use the air scribe this time. At the moment, let's go with at the moment. Because time could change. Always scary. Always. But lucky. So pretty. Baculite or something come out this way. This piece goes up here, however it goes with that back. I was gonna try to save that one. I don't think we're gonna try to save this one though. So you see the keel coming this way, so you know it's right under here. There it is. Just like we planned. Get out. Scary. Something like a knife tad sharper. And then I was going to put a bunch of more glue on it and then flip it over and do the same to the other side. So we're not trying to really uncover the whole thing right now. We're just trying to get a bit closer and see how it's pretty solid. I can see clearly now. The rock is moving. Come on, you little stinker butt. Get off of there. Out of your back, you ladies. What are you doing in my way? Come on, need a scrub for that one. Because the goal is going to be to remove all the matrix off the whole thing. Oh, it's kind of scary, but yeah, even all of it. So it's double-sided. I was looking closely at it. This little crack right here. You can just see the lightest faint of red and maybe orange deep under all these shells. So that's a good sign. I see some. That sounds scary. Oh, told you it sounded scary. That needs glue. But you can see light rainbowy colors on the top surface everywhere. So there should have some nice color down there. What is this, thick? I think I got some thin. That's some thin set. Let's just hit it up in there. It's just basically super glue. It will be all get sanded. I'll end up sanding this whole thing, trying to get down to those colors. Give me pieces on there. Good. Oh, thank you. Thank you. Like a glove. Some of this tight stuff I'll get off with, like I say, a sander, got all sorts of some little sanders, some big sanders, some wet sanding. I like to get as close to the surface as possible. I think other people just grind through all the rocks sometimes. I'm not sure though. Caves in right here, bumps up. The keel bumps up, and the shell caves in. Which happens. I think, what is it, 70 million years old. Formation's pretty deep. It was under the ocean. There's a lot of pressure. A lot of pressure. I think it's thin. It just sounds thin. Well, we'll do a little work and let you know here in a bit. Okay, so that's probably about as far as I'm going to get on this side for now. But you can definitely see, I don't know about you, but I can see some reds in here. Light greens on top of the surface. Where'd that crack go? Crack over here. There it is. Looks like nicer. So could have some nice color down there. But now I'm going to do the same thing to the other side. Oh, I get scary. At some point, probably right about now, I should put my cloth down. Don't do it. I almost dropped the ammonite on the ground, or at least almost dropped it. Would have been funny. Anyways, something a little cushiony-ish, because these do get thin. Oh, we got a baculite here, and an ammonite in here. This side's the side that was sticking up in the cliff I found in. So this side has all the glue. So this side will probably need to be removed with grinders and stuff. Yeah, this side's a lot solider, which is why it's not falling apart. So we'll glue up the other side first. We'll put some glue in this. I might put a little bit of thicker stuff in this big crack. So that crack's pretty big. Same with this one. That way it holds a bit better. Maybe this big crack. So I'll probably save all this. This is a pretty whole ammonite. This is the end of the ammonite. So you know it was whole. It's not a piece of an ammonite. It's as whole as an ammonite can get. Besides, it's missing whatever this came out just a little bit more, and this made like a little funky S-ish thing. So pretty whole ammonite. Now I'm gonna do some gluing. Yeah, I think we'll get some glue in these cracks. Level this a little bit. This is their thick stuff. They have a medium grade, which I actually just ordered. I don't have any, but I'll just put it in pretty slow. Follow the gap, and it will go down in there where we want it to. And if I get a little on the shell, it's no big deal, because I'm going to be sanding this one. I'll be probably starting with like 80 grit or something, a little aggressive. I say that now, then by the time I actually get to it, it'll probably be a little, it'll probably be like 300 grit until I find that color I want. Then you come back and do it again. At least the spots that need it. Let's see, that's a big crack. Better than it was. I will let that sit for, well, till next time I work on it. It could either be from tomorrow. I probably gotta work tomorrow, but let that dry at least 24 hours before I work on it again. Wait 24 hours and I start messing with it already. Jesus, pickles. Okay, let's keep this with it. Be positive it goes on like that. Cool if I can keep it. I think so. Oh, that's that one for now. And we'll do it this way so y'all can see a little better. So all the cracks that I was just filling. We have the keel going all the way around, and the living chamber where the little squiddy or whatever it was lived in there, swam around and whatnot, did his thing. Only you can see it, but over here, there's indication of good color under there somewhere. Anyways, on to the next project.